You were the smart kid, the one teachers praised, the one everyone thought would go far, the kid who never had to try too hard, who aced tests without studying, who made learning look easy. People called you gifted, brilliant, the future. So why does life feel like it's passing you by? You were supposed to be successful, right? You had all the potential in the world, but now you feel lost, unmotivated, maybe even like a failure. What if I told you it's not your fault? Because the truth is, being labeled the smart kid might be the very thing that's holding you back. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly why this happens and, more importantly, how to break free from it. The smart kid syndrome. When you were a kid, people didn't just say you were smart, they defined you by it. Every time you got a perfect score, teachers praised you, family members bragged about you, you were the one who was going to make it big. And because of that, success felt effortless. School was easy, you barely had to study, and you still did better than most of your classmates. You got used to the idea that being smart meant things would naturally work out for you, that success was inevitable. But here's the problem. No one praised you for working hard. They praised you for being gifted. And whether you realized it or not, you started believing that effort was something other people needed, but not you. After all, if you were really that smart, why would you need to struggle? So you coasted through until suddenly you couldn't anymore. Maybe it was college, maybe it was your first real job, maybe it was just life hitting you with challenges you weren't prepared for. But for the first time, things weren't easy anymore, and you didn't know how to handle it. And this is where everything starts falling apart. The 5 hidden reasons you're struggling. Reason 1, you never learned how to struggle. As a smart kid, you got used to things coming easily. School wasn't about effort, it was about proving how naturally talented you were. Every test, every assignment, every teacher's praise reinforced the idea that intelligence was your superpower. But what happens when you finally hit a challenge that doesn't come easily? Instead of pushing through, you freeze, because struggling feels like a sign that maybe you're not as smart as everyone thought. No one taught you that struggle isn't a weakness, it's how real growth happens. Reason 2, the fear of failure is paralyzing you. For years, you thrived on being the gifted one, but that label came with a silent curse, the fear of failure. You learned to avoid anything that might make you look less smart, which meant you started dodging challenges entirely. Procrastination, perfectionism, they're not just bad habits, they're defense mechanisms. If you never truly try, you can't truly fail, but you also never succeed. You're stuck in a loop of waiting for the perfect moment, terrified of taking a wrong step. Reason 3, you lost your passion for learning. Remember when learning was fun? When you got lost in new ideas just because they fascinated you? At some point, that changed. Learning stopped being about curiosity. It became about performance, about grades, praise, and staying ahead of the competition. And now, without that external validation, learning feels empty. The moment something isn't immediately rewarding, you lose interest. You're not alone. Many former gifted kids become adults who struggle to find purpose because they spent years chasing achievement instead of passion. Reason 4, no one taught you how to adapt. School had clear rules. Do this, get an A. Follow the syllabus and you win. But real life, there's no syllabus, no neat structure, no guaranteed reward waiting at the end. For smart kids who thrived in structured environments, adulthood can feel like chaos. You were trained to succeed in a system with predictable outcomes, but now there are no clear answers. So when motivation isn't built in, it disappears. You feel lost, not because you aren't capable, but because no one ever taught you how to navigate uncertainty. Reason 5, success takes more than intelligence. Here's the truth they never told you. Intelligence alone isn't enough. The people who succeed aren't just the smartest, they're the ones with discipline, resilience, and emotional intelligence. They take risks, they fail, and try again. But many smart kids struggle with these skills. They grow up believing knowledge is everything, so they don't develop the grit, adaptability, or social connections needed to thrive. In reality, success isn't about knowing all the answers, it's about knowing how to move forward when you don't. How to turn it around. Now that you see why you're struggling, let's talk about how to fix it. Because breaking free from the smart kid mindset isn't just possible, it's necessary. Step 1, redefine what success means. For years, success meant being the best, but that definition is trapping you. Instead of chasing external validation, grades, praise, perfection, start focusing on growth. Success isn't about looking smart, it's about becoming better. Set goals that push you forward, not ones that just maintain your image. Instead of I need to be perfect, try I need to improve. Instead of I should already know this, try this is something I can learn. Step 2, train yourself to handle failure. If failure terrifies you, the only way to overcome it is to face it. Start failing on purpose. Try things you know you'll be bad at. Take up a hobby with no pressure to be great. Treat failure as data, not a personal attack. Every misstep is just feedback. It tells you what works, what doesn't, and how to adjust. The more you practice failing, the more fearless you become. Step 3, reignite your curiosity. Learning doesn't have to be about achievement. It can be fun again. Read about topics that interest you, not because they're useful, but because they spark something in you. Try new skills without worrying about being great at them. Adopt a beginner's mindset. The smartest people in the world never stop being students. If you want to grow, stop chasing mastery and start chasing discovery. Step 4, take small, imperfect actions. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Just start, messy, awkward, and unpolished. Take one small action today, even if it's not perfect. Perfection isn't what moves you forward. Momentum is. Every step, no matter how small, breaks you out of the mental prison that's been holding you back. And once you build momentum, success stops being something you were supposed to have and becomes something you actively create. If this message resonated with you, don't just sit with it, act on it. Because being smart was never the problem. Staying stuck in the past is. If you feel lost, know this. You're not broken, you were just given the wrong manual for success. You grew up believing intelligence was all you needed, but real success is built on resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to keep moving forward even when things aren't easy. Thanks for watching.